Toy Mafia in the building. The first one. Salute, my brother. The show kicks off in 7 minutes. We on it, family.
Hey y'all, I'm just waiting on Jay. Let me know if you can hear me. I can hear you. Yes, sir. I'm tired as hell. Can you see my hair? Look at here. Look. That's from staying up all night long trying to match these fighters, and it's kinda getting crazy. Oh, thank you. For an old lady, I'll take that as a compliment. I got to fix these curls right here. Can somebody help me? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And it's an honor. It's an honor to be you. Always come over to our podcast, and we love us some JSmiff over there. So why wouldn't I ever come to yours if I'm asked? You know? Why wouldn't I? You have a great channel. You know what you're talking about as far as boxing and stuff and other things. You're my psychiatrist slash therapist when I need one. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yes. I'm ready for it, baby. I'm ready. All right.
Main topic of conversation, the whole situation with
Senior and Coach Calvin, Coach Kenny, Coach Steve, Coach Hunt. Shout out to them. Coach Squeeze. We got a lot of really good coaches out of Baltimore at Upton Gym. A lot of good things are happening. A lot of good things are happening. Oh, they let me tell you, they have a lot of amateurs, and I'm telling you, we got a lot of pros that are up and coming, and they are freaking amazing. When I say they are amazing, I'm not just saying that because Coach Calvin and Kenny and Hunt and them train them. I'm saying that because they really are those guys.
we're gonna be seeing a lot of them shortly. It ain't even gonna be too long before we
No,
start seeing them.
You see, we seen a couple of them at the end of the year last year, and they showcased their skills. We had a couple of them turn pro at the end of the year last year, and I was honored to be the matchmaker, um, for the Upton crew. And
Hold on. Don't give it to him yet, because we're
I'm
gonna
not.
be talking. Hold on,
I
don't
got
give it. Don't spill the beans, because we're gonna be talking about Lori Reed and everything she got going on in boxing. Hold on,
okay.
don't give it to
All
him
right.
yet. So Lori, during this morning's episode of Boxing for Breakfast, we
Mm-hmm.
was talking about the situation with Tank Davis. So I want to give you my take, and then I want to hear what you got to say. Right?
Oh, okay.
So here's my take. Tank Davis, we know he's one of the biggest superstars in boxing. We know he's electrifying when he step in the ring. Now, I spoke to you in private before, and I told you that I felt like Tank Davis is being targeted.
Mm-hmm.
because of the way that things are being handled. But right now, they have a warrant out for his arrest, and I've been saying, Tank, he got the lawyers, he got the money. I think he should turn himself in and get himself a bail. And that's what you pay the big bucks for, to the lawyers. Let the lawyers do their job. So my take is, look, turn yourself in. You ain't killed nobody. You ain't done
Right.
nothing that's gonna land you in jail for no. But I will say, I think it's a little bit easier for me to say turn yourself in, because that's his freedom. That's not mine. I'm sitting comfortably in my home. And I want to say, and I told the people before earlier today, once upon a time, very long time ago, but once upon a time, I had a warrant out for my arrest. And
Mm-hmm.
people was telling me to turn myself in, and I didn't. They had to catch me, because I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, I'm not gonna just give up my freedom just like that. So, I think that my situation was different because it was a drug case, and I
Yeah.
knew that I was gonna, my situation. I knew I was cooked. But Tank Davis, with the type of money that he has, the type of lawyers that he has access to, I feel like that can get handled. He's not gonna be
Mm-hmm.
facing no time in prison, no shit like that. But you know, right now I saw a post. They're saying that they have the active warrant and they're searching for him. And I do feel like he's better off turning himself in, because then he has a good possibility to get bail. If they
Yeah.
catch you running, that makes it a little bit more difficult. But that's
And
what
that
I got.
goes
I
for
think that he
anybody.
should turn himself in. But what do you think about this whole situation? Being part of the team, being in Baltimore, being in Upton Gym. What is everybody? What's the perception about this whole situation, and how you guys think Tank should move going forward?
Well, I will tell you, we don't even talk about it. That's a subject that we don't discuss. Like if I'm talking to one person or his coaches or anybody, they don't bring it up. Um, as far
Can
as
I
a
say it? Yeah, I was just gonna say it. Do you think this is because your focus, or the focus over?
that that's a very big part of it. There's a lot going on at Upton, good things, and we can't, and the coaches cannot let this be a distraction for our up and coming fighters and the amateurs and stuff like that. But me as a person, okay, um, I can only tell you how I feel. You know what I mean? What I think should happen. Tank has got, unfortunately, because let me tell you, I will fight anybody and go to war over Tank and try to prove him wrong. He can have a smoking gun in his hand. I'll tell you, no, it's not a smoking gun. It's a firecracker. You know what I mean? That's just the type of person I am. But if I'm looking at him like he's my grandson, okay? If I'm looking at him like he's my grandson, I would want him to turn himself in because we know the statistics. And as far as black men are concerned, and
You there, Lori?
wait a minute, here we go. Somebody, let me put my phone on do not disturb. Um, okay, wait a minute, let me get back to you. The Miami police has made this look like a witch hunt. They had called in the oh, what the hell is the name of them people?
The
Uh,
marshal.
yeah, the U.S. Marshals. You would think that he killed somebody. They don't call in U.S. Marshals for those charges that he has. What kind of shit is this? They're doing this for publicity. You know, they're doing it I mean, for them. Oh, we got this. How tall is Tank? 5'5", 5'6", 5'7", somewhere around there. I don't know. But he's not that much taller than me. Okay,
You
look
know,
it up.
I saw an article, and the way that they seem to be looking for Tank Davis is like he murdered 10 people.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I don't understand that. And they're making it in the news, they're making it look so bad. And it really isn't that bad. I don't know where Tank's mind frame is right now because I haven't talked to him. Let me put that out there. But he's hiding in my room upstairs, you guys. He said, the tank, you know, how Clarissa, the tank's upstairs. Well, Tank's upstairs. But god damn, the US Marshals be kicking in my door. But
Man,
I'm just doing the Clarissa Shields thing. Pat's upstairs. Pat's upstairs. So Tank's upstairs.
Tank upstairs too.
Tank upstairs too with Pat.
Let me
Um,
ask you a question, Laurie. Before this whole thing situation happened, I remember that Tank Davis was, you know, giving out to the people of his city of Baltimore, giving out turkey, giving out food, taking care of his community. And you were there that day. You actually did. I'm not sure if this picture you took it that same
that
day.
was the year before.
Okay, but when you had the opportunity to see him,
But the other
what
picture was Thanksgiving. This past Thanksgiving.
exactly? I know that you got to link up with Tank
Mhm.
for Thanksgiving last year. So what did you get from him? What did it feel like his friend? Because it looked like he was pretty relaxed that day, looking out for the peoples. What did you
Yes.
get? What demeanor did you get?
I got a very, like I always do when if I get it, you know, when I talk to him, he's very humble. He does give back a lot to his community. They have a tank day set aside here in Baltimore, Maryland. Tank is a really a good guy. He did not seem nervous. I mean, everybody knew where he was. He has to get permission from his parole officer to go out of state. So the parole officer knew where he was. If they wanted to serve the warrant on him or the civil case warrant, they could have done that right there. They could have done it. They knew where he was. And they knew where he was twice. He was just in Los Angeles last week. They knew where he was. Come on now. You know, and then they went and raided his house. This is all on social media. So I'm not telling y'all anything new. Okay? This is all on social media. That they trying to serve the US Marshals went there trying to get he's not there. Do I know where he is? He's upstairs with Papoose. He's upstairs. So that's also tell you something. I don't know where he's at. I don't know where his mindset is right now. Now, if it was
But I want to
me,
ask you. I want to ask you because there's a lot of people that saying that Tank is messed up in the head, that his mind is not right, all of this stuff. You saw him personally just a few months ago.
mm-hmm,
What did you get from that interaction that you had with him? Because
it
let me
wasn't
tell you
no.
something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Lori. When I had a warrant out for my arrest and I didn't refuse to turn myself in, I didn't have no mental issues. I just didn't want to give up my freedom, but I ain't had no problem.
Yeah,
What
he
do
was
you get from Tank
fine.
mentally?
He was fine. He was focused. He was locked in. Just a given, just a just to give back to his community. You know what I mean? He just wanted to see the people. He served hot food to the people that were homeless. They gave away turkeys to the less fortunate. They gave away coats. They gave away socks. They gave away stuff to keep the people warm. He interacted with everybody that came up. He took pictures with every. He did. He was outside. He wasn't even inside the gym. He was out front. This is somebody that did not have a care in the world that day. And when I
No question.
mhm,
I got a
and
question for you.
mhm,
How come we see all these boxing media outlets
mhm,
reporting on a warrant, reporting on the charges, but we didn't see that much reporting on Tank Davis giving out turkey and clothes to the people of Baltimore?
because they focus on the negative. People, as many people that love Tank, There's many millions that love Tank. There's the same amount that hate him. But they'll pay to watch him. They'll pay for his pay per view, or they'll pay to go see him fight in person, hoping that they'll lose. Either way, they're a fan. They're a fan. They want to see him lose in life and in the ring. That's my opinion. Um, but if he was my grandson, I would hope, because of what they're doing to our, I say our, what they're doing to the community of black and brown people, um, that I just don't want. I would want my grandson to turn himself in. Do you understand? With bring his lawyers and report to the thing. One, it'll look better, like you said. One, it'll look better, and two, he'll be safe. Because if they U.S. Marshal catch him and he got his phone in his hand, they might mistake it for something else. That's what I'm scared of. That's the only thing I'm scared of. But as far as I wish I had some inside information. I really do. I probably know as much as everybody in this chat right now.
I think you know more than us because at least you have a good idea of what was Tank's frame of mind when you saw him
Oh
personally.
yeah, and
So
it
I
was good.
think you have, there's people that are assuming that Tank is out there going crazy and that he need a therapist and that he got mental health issues. You see, might simply just not want to give up his freedom.
That, or he might be taking care of some unfinished business. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you got a little bit of money, um, how can I? When you got a little bit of money, you want to make sure it's in the right hands before you turn yourself in. Because when you get out, it can all be gone.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
You gotta
because
make sure everything's in order.
that's right.
And
And maybe that's just what he's doing. Plus we had the long weekend. Um, and you're not going to see a commissioner, and the courts were closed on Monday. So here it is Wednesday. So let's see what happens by the end of the week. I have a feeling. I I just have an inkling of a feeling that he's going to turn himself in.
okay, and if he does that, then I think that he's doing the right thing and it's gonna play out a lot better for him than if they catch him. So
Yes,
I agree
sir.
with you 100%.
Yeah.
Lori,
Yes, sir.
you've been working super hard, man. Ever since
Man,
you're making fights happen. You're reaching out to these fighters. You're reaching out. You giving out opportunities to fighters who can't even get a fight. I want to hear. I want the people to hear about Miss Lori Reed and the wonderful work that you've been doing in boxing. Talk to me. What
oh, thank
What
you.
are you
Thank you.
working on right now?
Well, right now, I'm working with Ponytail Promotions, James Hogan. He's a good promoter, one of the best promoters out of the Baltimore area. Um, and I'm helping match up a card here in Baltimore. Also, I'm helping Greg Pritchard, who is out of Delaware, but he has fights in Pennsylvania. Um, I'm looking for fighters. Okay, I'm looking for some heavyweights, featherweights, super flyweights. I need a 154 um, against Sharif Rockman, Hassan Rockman's son, who's 9-0. So I was up all night long until I got my little guy out to school at 8:24 this morning. Up all night long, matching
You,
fighters,
you see, you
trying to
see
fight.
what you see what Clifton Dennis said. Free
Clifton,
Tank
yes.
Davis.
Salute, Clifton, yes. You're 168. Make sure you send. If you don't send it to me, my name is Lori Reed on Facebook. You'll see Tank in the cover photo, and you'll see me with the wig on. In the regular one, that was because I battle cancer, so my hair falls in and out, comes back, goes in and out. So I throw a wig on. Um, but make sure you just send me your box rec. Your 168. Send me your box rec. Um, I think that, but they're looking for a 154. Remember that, a 154, a super flyweight, featherweights, but we need two heavyweights. Two
Lori,
heavyweights. Hmm.
let me ask you something. What do you think about this whole situation? Zuffa Boxing finally kicked off. They signed Jai Opataya. I don't think anybody expected them to sign a big name early on, but they managed to get that in. What do you think about Zuffa Boxing? What type of impact do you think that they'll be able to make?
Who is that?
Zuffa Boxing, that's the boxing league that Dana White allowed.
Okay. All right. Is that the ones where you do the one rounds and you keep going? It's not a combat league.
Thing is that they're only acknowledge the Ring magazine belt and their own
Oh,
Zuffa belt. They're not gonna acknowledge the other sanctioning bodies.
okay. Okay. Well, damn, because I work for the WBFF. WBF, excuse me. I was gonna say, I might can get a belt worked in there somewhere. Hey, Akeem.
so
Um,
so they signed a big fighter. There's been a lot of kickback because they're not gonna be working with the WBC. They're not gonna be working with the
work for the
WBO IBF.
WBF.
They're gonna have their own belt. And they
Oh,
finally
okay.
got it started with Dana White, His Excellency Turkey Al Sheikh.
Now you see, I haven't been following because I've been working so hard. You guys don't understand. I've been up all night long. Now I slept a little bit today, and I woke up to a whole shitload. Excuse my language. A whole crap load of messages that I had to
Lori,
end up getting back.
on
Um,
Lace Kick says, thank you, Lori, for blessing us tonight with your presence.
Oh, you're quite welcome. I mean, I love Jay. I love Jay. Jay's like a son to me. He's also my therapist. If y'all didn't know, he's my therapist and my psychiatrist when I need it. He look. I be wanting to go off on people, and he'll be saying, "No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it."
Chill, chill. Lori, what is the next fight or the next card that you're working on, the current? Because I know you, it's like you're always working, you're always matching people up, you're just in the mix all over the place. I don't know
Yeah.
how you haven't been able to split yourself into multiple lorries at this
I,
point.
I had to
But what is
hire
the
an
next
assistant.
card?
Now I
What is
had
the
to
next
hire an
card?
assistant. I will tell you that.
You
Let
need that, you need
let
it.
me let me tell you now. Wait a minute, hang on. I'm gonna look this up when the next card is. But see,
Look it up.
people will hit me up. Um, People will hit me up like this one is February 28th. But like I said, I'm working on also another card in Pennsylvania for about the same length of time. Let me see. Hang on, I'm looking what I got on Box
All
Rec.
right. Take your
Um,
time, check it out.
wow,
And my peoples, listen, listen. Go ahead and follow Lori Reed on Instagram. Go ahead, check her out on Facebook, and you're gonna be updated. Lori's always grinding. Through Lori, you're gonna get to see up and coming fighters that in the future they're gonna be doing damage. But you know us, the people who really love the sweet science, we want to see the fighters early on so that we can follow that trajectory. Through Lori, you get to see that, man. Follow her.
Now, and I also have a boxing group. If in case any guys want to put something boxing related in it, it's called Loyalty Promotion and Boxing on Facebook. I also put matches up that I need there. All you gotta do is press join. I'll let you in. It is a private group. JSmiff, if you not in there, you better be in
I
there.
am. I am.
Okay. All right. The next fight, besides the February 28th that I'm scheduled to help match, is in June. Then we got another one in September, and we've got another one in December. But that's not just what I'm going to be matching. We got Calvin Ford, who has phenomenal fighters who I help match.
Let me
Um,
ask you a question. I
mhm.
gotta ask you because we're talking about Tank Davis. You saw him personally in Thanksgiving. You were there when he was giving out to the community.
Yes.
Coach Cal, who's been with Tank his whole boxing career,
Hmm.
how is this affecting him? Is he able? I know this is a stressful situation, but is he able to to still go to work and not be affected by this?
Oh yeah, I was in the gym every day last week, and let me tell you, you wouldn't think anything was wrong. Coach Calvin is business as usual. He's a very intelligent man. Um, you know, and he takes the time with his fighters, regardless of what's going on in their life or in, or in this instance in Tank's life. He takes he's you wouldn't know it. You would not know. I mean, that gym is running just like nothing is going on.
But honestly, I think that
And
says a lot.
who we got in there now, right?
Oh,
We got Krishan Rock Calvin's training Krishan Rock. I don't know if you
whoa!
know who Krishan Rock is.
Of course, that's Blue's ex girl, and
Right.
listen, she's gonna be super popular. You remember I told you, is she gonna be looking to be the female version of Jake Paul?
Yeah, you did say that. Uh huh.
So
Mm-hmm.
Krishan Rock, I know that she has that natural athleticism, and
Right.
because of that, you have Coach Cal training you. She could be problematic.
Let me tell you, Coach Calvin trained me at 49 when I jumped back in the ring. I fought from 18 to 29. I retired, and my record was not good, but I went back in with Coach Calvin at age 49, and I fought. I was 11-2 when he trained me. Um, uh, Not through me. Now we're not going to see her development. Oh, well, you will. I mean, as far as like me going live, pictures, and talking about her, stuff like that, yes, you will see that. But Coach Calvin is really doing his big one with her. He trains her, and there are some people in the gym when she's training some, because he wants to keep her focused, and she's learning. She's learning, and she just listens to Coach Calvin. She can be a beast because if she just listens to him and does what he says and just blocks out all the other noise and just listens for that voice to tell him what to do, she's going to be good. But she apparently has. It's been announced already, so I can say this. She has a boxing match coming up. I think it's in Pennsylvania, you guys. Oh yeah, I was putting hands on people until I was 51, baby. You better
And if
believe
they
that.
need hands put on them, don't think she won't do it.
Yeah, imagine.
John Parron lace, all jokes aside, I think she'll be decent. Did you get a call,
She,
Lori?
yeah, I think so too. And from what I'm watching, he's teaching her the fundamentals. He's teaching her how to place her punches, how her footwork, and all that. Who better? Who better to teach her than a world-renowned coach, Coach Calvin and Coach Kenny? They
Yes,
both
ma'am.
are working with her and doing her strength and conditioning. Her conditioning, her everything, everything. So I think it's going to be a good look. I'm not sure if this is going to be a celebrity rematch, but is she going to stick through thick? I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine, baby. Let's just hope for the best. Let's just hope for the best.
But
Um,
I will say we'll hope for the best. She does have the natural athletic abilities
mhm.
to make some noise.
She does. She does.
And she also
Thank
has the
you.
popularity. She has the popularity as well.
Yeah, she got her fans who will put asses in the seats. No matter who she fights, whether it's a celebrity match, she's going to be fighting for a title. I don't. It's not one of the WBFs and anything like that. I don't, because she signed with a promotion company. Oh geez, I can't even remember the name of the company. But regardless,
Lori, you haven't plugged the podcast, man. Go ahead and plug. Let the people know about the
oh,
podcast.
okay, okay. Um, we're on the Rise podcast, which is sponsored by GTD Promotions and a couple other people. It's Coach Calvin's baby. The Rise, Rize podcast. They're on I co-host on there when I'm not extremely busy. But Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Sundays at 12 p.m. Please go over, subscribe to the channel, or just join the channel. Then we love having Jay here. You guys can't have him to yourself. We need him too.
There
Look,
you go,
Jay is
my peoples. The Rise Podcast. You're gonna catch Lori Reed, Coach Cal, Coach Flip, all of them be on there getting on.
yeah,
So yeah, when you go on the Rise Podcast, you know you're gonna get this real boxing content. It's not what I love about the Rise Podcast,
X
Lori,
Rumble. You're right. The guy.
and let me tell you something. What I love about the Rise Podcast and why I always tune in, you see, I always comment, is that you guys are not there selling conspiracies. You guys are not out there selling fake narratives because you don't like somebody. You're talking that real boxing shit right there. So I
Right.
appreciate the Rise Podcast.
Oh, no problem. Hey, I agree with you, Jay Parham. Jay Smith's love and knowledge for boxing is top shelf, and he's so dedicated to his craft. I'm telling you. You guys are very lucky. You can't keep him over here with you guys all the time. You got to share him with us. You have to share him with us, because if not, I'm just gonna call him on the phone, Jay. They
so
love you, Jay. But the
So and I gotta tell you, listen, I've been very lucky, super lucky that a lot of fans in the boxing community have embraced me. There's fighters, coaches, trainers who also embrace me. And in 2026, man, we're gonna do some damage. We're gonna
I
let it
I,
be known that
I
we here.
I believe it. I believe it. And I wish I had Pep and Papoose and Tank, stay upstairs, please. Stop coming down the steps, peeping. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to tell Papoose to stay upstairs, and Tank, because they were both hiding. You know what I mean? Um
Yeah. And
shoot.
Tank Davis is upstairs too.
That's why I said Tank and Papoose, stay your asses upstairs and stop coming down the steps and looking around the corner and seeing what I'm saying about y'all. Oh, Clarissa will be up there in a minute with y'all's dinner. Mm.
Lori, for the people who just tuned in that have no idea the type of relationship that you have with Tank Davis, that have no idea how long you've known Tank Davis for, can you tell me when exactly? Because I know you down with Javante Tank Davis Promotions. How long have you known Tank Davis?
I've been around Tank since he was a little kid. Little kid, like um,
I didn't know that.
I don't. Yeah, I've been around since he was
I
about 8.
thought I thought that you met Tank Davis when he started the whole
No,
GTD promotion.
I met Tank Davis when he was Rambo. That was his nickname, Rambo. And
What?
yep, and Coach Mac Allison gave him the nickname Tank, and it stuck with him. Coach Mac and Coach Calvin were the ones that I was there then. So I watched him grow up. And look, and even somebody in the chat says he remembers when he was Rambo. Yep, he was Rambo. I got a picture of him wearing the headband that said Rambo around it. He was Rambo before he was ever Tank Davis. Look here.
Holy
I'm showing y'all
shit,
my little
Lori.
tattoos. I got Tank right here. I got Lorenzo Truck Simpson right here. I don't know if you all can see that, but
Yeah,
then I got Mia Ellis, which is Tank's sister. Stacy Selby, which, hey guys, he's coming back this year, and that's the one to look out for. And the one that's already out there doing his big thing is Damari Filson. I'm telling you guys, we got Jahan Ingram. We got get ready to take a step out. Of course, I'm going to say Jaleel Hackett. Coach Kenny works with Jaleel Hackett, who's an excellent fighter. Jahan, Jaleel, Iceman is trying to do something right now, but he's not. He hasn't been at the gym. But
everybody loves the tattoos, Lori. John Parham, Agent 17. They're like, damn, the tattoos is dope.
thank you. I got a couple more. I'm gonna get on it, because I said when I die, when I lay in my casket, y'all better make sure my hands is laid out. I want everybody to see them, and I want a pair of boxing gloves around my neck. That's what I want, because boxing was my life. That and serving God. and taking
And
care of the less fortunate and the kids.
and you know, somebody said this earlier, Lori, that they appreciate women in boxing, and I appreciate it
Oh,
because you know that unfortunately there haven't been a lot of women who who got to your level where they could work with the best coaches, where they could match make elite level fighters. Usually women, they stay at a lower role and they never get to taste what you're tasting. You know, you're in Upton Gym regularly, so that
yeah.
it's kind of like your regular life already. But you
Yes.
know, somebody said in the comments, and I repeat that myself, I love to see women doing their thing in boxing, being
Thank you.
successful. Salute to you. We got to give you your flowers.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I try. And let me tell you, I want to say this. Um, Boxing to me has saved my life. I am a currently battling cancer. In February 2025, they gave me 6 months to live and told me to call hospice. And this is just a little story, okay? If I would have called hospice, I would have been gone by March. Because you already know, not the hospital, but hospice. That's where they go and to where you
Just
die.
to wait.
Yep. And they just giving you medicine after medicine until you finally your heart just stops and you stop breathing. If I would have contacted them, I would not be here. But Coach Kenny, let me tell y'all, I can't tell you what he said. I can't tell you. But he gave me the ingredient. And because if they couldn't do anything else for me, I'm going to try anything. Anything. So I tried what he told me to do. I went from stage 4, you guys, 2 or 3 weeks ago when I went to get my PET scans and my blood work and all that done. I'm that of a stage 2 cancer patient. Stage 2. Stage 2. So boxing, when I was getting my treatments, I was still matching fighters sitting there with getting my chemotherapy. I had my laptop on my lap and I'm sitting in the little thing. I'm calling fighters on the phone. I'm like acting like nothing is going on.
You was matchmaking while you were sick.
I'm still doing it. I'm not going to claim I'm sick, but I'm in stage 2. So and it's just getting better and better. You know, I'm getting better and better. Um, I just don't want the government to come breaking my door for giving me the secret. If anybody ever wanted to know what I do, you can DM me, and I can tell you what I do. It's just they don't.
As long as you're not hiding Tank Davis upstairs, you're
He
gonna be
is
alright.
upstairs. I don't know. I already told you. He's upstairs with Pat Poos. Pat,
Listen,
come down here
listen.
for a minute so that
Agent
way you.
17. Look what Agent 17 is saying. A VIP plus member of Box Center. He's saying 2 months. Shout out to Lori for her presence and elite boxing knowledge.
Oh, God bless you. Oh my gosh. Thank y'all so much. You don't know how much being here means to me. You know, every day is a fight. Every day is a fight. We fight to live and we live to fight. Now
And, and, and
I
and
want
I
you.
gotta tell you, Lori, I know it means a lot to you to be
Mhm.
here, but I need you to understand, even though we talk privately all the time and we're in
Yeah.
touch, mad love, but to me, it's an honor and a privilege. And I'm
Oh,
lucky that you rock with me. You have never said no to me.
and
And
never
that means
will.
a lot. That
And
means a
never
lot to
will.
me, Lori. I promise you.
Yeah, and I never will say no to you. You are my friend, and real friends are your friends behind your back, not just when we're face to face, not when we're just on the phone. A real friend is somebody that would defend, talk good about you when you're not even in the room. That's what a real friend are. That's what real friends are supposed to be like. I don't know. We got away from that in this day and time, but for how I was raised, a real friend is your friend behind your back. What do you say, Jay Smith? No disrespect, but this is the best guest so far. Oh,
There you
John
have it, Lori.
Erwin, you gonna make me cry? Look, I will cry. Oh my
There you
God.
have it, Lori. It is what it is, and there's been people on here. I'm not gonna start naming names, but is you have that energy,
Mm.
Lori. You have that
Ooh.
vibe, and then you had the audacity. You out there kicking cancer's ass and making fights and doing what you got to do. We love you, Lori. That's just what it is.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I mean, I know I'm not can't add more friends on Facebook, but y'all can go over and follow me. It's Lori Reed, and in the corner is my boxing name, the Fountain of Youth, and I got a little blue check mark by my name. That doesn't mean really anything, but it might mean something. I don't know. I'm just verified. That's all. Um, but, just follow me, hit me up anytime you guys want to just talk. But don't you ever forget about JSmiff's channel, because this channel is going to blow up. I'm going to do my best to promote it every chance I get. I'm going to. I got a couple people on IG now. Oh, everybody calls me mama.
Yep.
Everybody calls me mama. Everybody, look, John Parn said I can see everyone calling her mama. That's my nickname, Mama Lori. Everybody
Lori,
calls me mama.
Lori, I gotta ask you. I gotta ask you because me and you've known each other for some time now. We
Mhm.
talk privately, but today with everybody else on the show, I just found out that you knew Tank Davis since he was a little kid. So I gotta ask you,
Uh-huh.
when he was 12, 13 years old,
Okay.
did you see something special at that age?
I seen something special at 8. At 8 years old. I got footage in my phone where that little boy is a beast. He was knocking people bigger than him. It was he was phenomenal. You can go back on YouTube and say and put in there Tank Davis fighting in the amateurs at 8 years old, 9 years old. Oh my God, you will go. It's going to go. Ah, let me tell you, you will be surprised. Tank is just he's cut from a different cloth. And he has said in an interview before that it's not really necessary that he wanted to fight, is he had to. He had no choice. He had no choice. And y'all have to remember he just had and this is on social media too, so I'm not releasing anything. I'm not saying anything that's not already out there. Tank just lost his grandmother,
Oh
and
man.
he just lost his grandmother. So you know, he needs time to grieve too. And then this nonsense with this nonsense that they think that they're acting like he killed somebody. I've never, I have never. Let me tell. I'm just going to keep it 100. My husband's no longer with us anymore. He passed away. But I'm going to say this: my husband's charges were way, 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 way. He ain't never put his hands on me because I would have killed him. but I'm just saying he would have, and I'd have been like that. But his charges were that of it might as well been that of him taking somebody's life, and they never put the U.S. Marshals on him.
That's what I don't understand. How you got the US Marshal looking for Tank Davis over some domestic charges? I've
That
never seen that in my life.
I had never. That's why I'm saying that is absolutely absurd. Like, where is he going to run? Everybody, you can spot Tank just from the way he walks. He can cover his whole face, head, and everything. You can tell who he is from the way he walks around. You're trying to tell me you can't find Tank Davis and he's one of the most popular people in the boxing industry? He's not.
I,
Tank,
I'm
shut
not
up.
understanding. I'm not understanding the firepower that they're putting behind them, though.
I'm thinking they're trying to set him up. That's why I want him to turn himself in. Because why would they call the U.S. Marshals in for something like that?
I never
That's
seen it. I've never. I'd have to do some research, maybe, but
exact.
I've never heard of a case where somebody has domestic related charges and they got the U.S. Marshal after them. I've never seen that.
I haven't either. And even the
If
other two charges
if you saw the article that I read, and later on I'll forward it to you
from
privately.
ESPN,
Nah, it was like some lower tier newspaper that wrote about who's looking for Tank. You would think that he murdered 5 people.
you ain't never lying. You're right. You're right. And Florida is a racist state. And I'm just gonna. I don't give a damn. I'm white, so I can. You know what I mean? And
Lori, listen,
this,
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Cause yes, what we're looking at a lady who's white, but you goddamn near black as
well,
much as you
everybody
around.
tells me that. My husband's black. My children, look, my husband is black. My children are half black. I got a black dog. I got black furniture, a black car. I got.
Hey, might
Look,
as
I was
well.
gonna say I'm sitting in a black chair, but I'm sitting in a gray one right now. I
So
might as well be.
I only remember, I say this out of love, but I only remember that you white when you tell me.
Ah, you are so funny. But I was adopted by a black woman. So then maybe that it's my aura.
Is that why you talk like that? You
I
because you
think
talk
so
like a
because
black person.
I think so because for my other business, I'm a bail bondsman, so I'm a jack of all trades. I had people come into my office and they would say, "Yeah, we're here to see Miss Lori," and I'm like, "Yes, man, yes, I got your paperwork right here." They said, "No, we want to talk to Miss Lori." And I said, "I am Miss Lord." They said, "No, Miss Lord, the black lady that works here." I said, "Baby, this is my office. I'm Miss Lord. You want to see my driver's license?"
um. So Lori, listen. We know that now. I found out because I didn't know that you knew Tank Davis since he was a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
So you did see him in Thanksgiving over there in Baltimore. You see what he does for the community. Since Tank Davis turned pro and started making money, has he always done for the community of Baltimore?
Oh yeah, yeah, yes,
It wasn't just
absolutely.
this last Thanksgiving.
Nope. That picture that you seen right there was from 2 years ago. That you have up there was from 2 years ago. Okay, the one that you got behind you. The recent one was him when with the head scarf on, and then him grinning from ear to ear. He didn't have his face mask on or nothing. He had his face mask on because he was actually serving the food. That's why his face mask is on in this one. But Tank has. I'll just give you an example. He didn't know this one lady from the Hill of Beans, right? She was a young girl. She opened her own salon. She had her two little kids in there and stuff like that. Um, Somebody came in that salon and shot and killed her in front of her two infants in there. Tank didn't know her from anybody. Never met the woman. Nothing. Paid for her whole funeral. Paid for everything.
Oh wow.
When they seen that they put up a GoFundMe, Tank wouldn't pay for it. People don't. You don't hear about that. You don't hear about that. You don't hear about him paying people's cars off or buying people cars to get back and forth. You don't hear about that.
Lori, you see what on Lace Kick says? Lori got that Baltimore swag dripping off of her.
I
and
love
and
you
and
guys. Oh my
and
God.
you
Oh no,
know
I ain't never been no Karen, baby. Yeah, I'm a Keisha, but I'm not a Karen. I like that. I
you
like
know
that.
what I noticed about Tank is that, and we've spoke about the things that he does for Baltimore and for the people of his city. But he himself, I don't think I've ever seen him talk about any of those things that he does.
He doesn't. He does not. Now, and he also went and bought back his block. And he was, they're gonna redo the whole block, and it's gonna be used for low income people that can't afford to pay uh, $2,000 a month in rent. He's gonna turn that around. We already, I think he already got the guy. I can't say his name on here, but I think he's going to be working and taking care of that. The day after he bought that, somebody went and burnt the block down. You might as well burn it down because they were going to gut it everything out anyway. You know what I mean? So he's just going to build back up. It's a lot of hatred. It's a lot of people that hate on him, and he does so good. And if you guys don't know him, he's very humble. He's very humble. He's like Coach Calvin. To me, he reminds me because he was, Coach Calvin practically raised this man. The guy would take, Coach Calvin would take him to his job so he wouldn't have to sit outside the gym and wait for him, waiting for the gym to open up. Coach Calvin, when he was a little boy, this took this little guy to his job And then when he got off, they go to the gym. So and because Coach Calvin, I said, you always see him in the big lights and stuff like that, and he's smiling and grinning. But let me tell you, a humble man, that's what he is. He's a humble man.
And
Just
Coach Cal, he has a great reputation within the boxing community, not
yeah.
just for being a great coach, but for being a great guy. He has that reputation.
Yes, yes, and Coach Kenny too. Oh, please don't let me forget about my Coach
Whoa.
Kenny. That's my guy right there. He let me tell you, them two together is like the best team you can ever have. To me, I mean, there's really good coaches out there, excellent coaches. I mean, I like Bomac, Derek James, um, uh, Eddie Reynoso. I mean, there's so many that I admire and I look up to. But it's just I personally know them too, and I see the hard work that they put in for free with these youngins, with the young kids. Oh my God. You would think that they were getting paid $1 million each for each child the way they work with them
Mm.
kids.
And I gotta say something too. Salute to Coach Cal. Salute to Coach Kenny. You know why? And all of the coaches at Upton Gym, because they've already been at the highest levels of boxing. They already seen money. They've already worked with the best of the best. Yet they still choose to develop young talent. They still choose to put in that work from ground zero to give these kids an opportunity to not be in the streets, to do the right thing. Salute to them because they don't have to. If
Yes.
they wanted to, they could just say, listen, Coach Cal, he could just say, look, I'm going to just work with elite level fighters. I'm going to just
Yep.
work with world champions. I don't got
Mhm.
no time for that. Yet there he is doing what he got to do.
But he's making world champions out of these kids. Let me tell you, the ones that have turned pro, I'm telling you, you guys remember Damari Filson, remember Stacy Selby, Mia Ellis, Lorenzo Truck Simpson. Okay? Remember Jahan Ingram. Remember Monye Gregory. Remember Too Sharp. Remember Time Machine. I had the honor of matching Time Machine with his pro debut. I had the honor of doing that. And I've been watching him since he was a little bitty, but he was younger than Tank when I met him. And Too Sharp too. So it's just it amazes me to see these guys growing into men.
Look what the real King George said. Hate is going to hate, and a lot of people are jealous of Tank. Do you sense that jealousy?
Oh yeah, yes. And even among the other fighters, especially look, I like Devin Haney as a person, and I know you like Devin Haney. Um, but the people that are Team Devin Haney, they really don't like Tank at all because they feel like they have to choose a side, and you don't have to choose a side. You can like both fighters. They're both in two different weight classes. You
You
know?
know, I try to say that to people. There's always been, and I think social media is to blame for that, where they try to, pit fans against each other. So if you support this fighter, you can't support this fighters. And ultimately, if you love the sweet science, you have to support every fighter that's accomplishing. You have to respect it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I respect that Anthony Joshua busted Jake Paul up. I want y'all to know that. I just ah, he broke his dog on. Look, he better be thankful that he got Jake Paul. I mean, what's his name? Anthony Joshua instead of Tank Davis. Boy, he broke
No,
his.
listen, I told people that Tank was gonna beat him up. But what do you, Lori, since you were there during Tank's preparation before the fight got pulled, what was Tank Davis preparing to do? Was he preparing to go light in the exhibition or was he preparing to whoop that ass?
He was preparing to whoop that ass. And he wasn't going to go by any script. And he told him that. He said, "What is this, a script? Because I'm not going by no script." That's why. That's why Jake Paul pulled the fight. Because let me tell you, Jake Paul said he pulled the fight because of the civil charges. of now, which the civil charges are still there. Because of the civil charges. No, baby, you pulled the fight because you knew you called them youngins in. You called Shakur Stevenson. The I don't forgot the other two guys that he called in, and they were whipping your ass in that gym. And you realize that Jesus, if Tank is better than these guys, in his head, he said, they're all good. But Raymond Ford, I think, was the other one, and helping him prepare for Tank. No, he used that as a scapegoat, and then it turned. Look what happened. Do you think we'll ever see him fight again, Jake Paul, after being
It's,
his jaw being broken in two places?
so he got those two titanium plates. As of right now, I don't know of a fighter who's ever been cleared to fight
Yeah,
with titanium plates in their jaw. So if we're going by what's happened historically, he'll never fight again unless they
yeah,
find some type of loophole. Or I don't know if he could have them remove and I don't know. I don't know how he could
yeah. I
fight
don't
again,
know
but
either. I don't know either. I never had my jaw broken in the ring, so
but I've never seen a fighter with plates get in the ring. I don't know if they'll clear that.
I
I don't
don't
know
think
if the athletic
that.
commission will clear it.
So I think he's probably just gonna focus on his brother and his promotional company, and with the women, you know. But what I'm gonna get back to what about him canceling this fight? He was saying it was because of the DV. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but he just, and God, I hate to even bring this up. He just fought a man who I love very much, Mike Tyson, who was a convicted R word. Okay. He served his
No
time.
problem fighting Mike.
No, and because Mike was an old man.
But
Oh,
Mike was
an
almost 60.
older man. Right. He's my age. That's just like putting me in there with him, you know? But Mike followed the script. Why not? He's an older guy. Why not? You know, I think Mike could have really hit him with something and hurt him. And then he gonna pay him extra money to wear a thong in the ring? Come on. Mike even admitted that. He paid me extra to wear this thong in the ring. So you don't, and then Jake himself was accused of SA. You
Yeah.
know, all you gotta do is Google it. It'll tell you the people will show you the girl's interview and everything. So for a man, he was just scared to fight because Tank wasn't going to follow no script. And I guess he
Tank was
thought
gonna beat
Joshua
his
was
ass.
too. I think Joshua could have got him out of there early, but he was just trying to follow the what it said. And finally he said, "No, fuck this, excuse me," uh, and took him out. That was the
In brutal fashion.
yes, yes. I love the way you call fights too. Don't y'all love the way Jay calls these fights? He is so passionate, and he
And
took
we
two to the dome piece.
ooh, those shots to the dope piece, you know they gotta come through.
He just got him with a 2 piece and a biscuit.
Lori, you know I'm gonna be calling the fights on Saturday. Once again, we got some good fights. We got Andy. I want wait, cause we already over hour. I'm sorry, Lori, that I
No,
kept you
you're
longer
good.
for hour.
You're
But
good.
but you but you know the people want to hear from you, and I gotta hear from you just a little bit longer. You gotta make these predictions before you get out of here. We
Okay.
got Andy Cruz is gonna fight Morataya, Raymond Morataya on Saturday. Morataya is undefeated. Andy Cruz undefeated. He says he's Keyshawn Davis' daddy. Do you see Morataya pulling off the upset, or does Andy Cruz get another W to stay undefeated?
That's a hard one for me to call because I don't follow neither one of them. I mean, I know who they are. I always like to see an upset, you know. So I'm gonna go for the upset. I,
Raymond Morataya.
yeah.
Okay. I know you know this one, and I hope you already got your mind made up. The following weekend, January 31st, Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez. A super fight in the making. Who you got winning that fight?
Okay. And I said this on our podcast. It really depends on what Tiafimo shows up. If the takeover shows up, then he just might take over. Okay? But I think, even though Shakur is well known for running, I think the fans done drilled it in his head that he's not that they're not interested in seeing anybody run. So I think he's going to try to stand toe for toe and box Tiafimo. If he does, I see it going to the full rounds, all the rounds. And I got Shakur in that. I do. I got Shakur. But if they want to, if the takeover shows up, you know what I mean? The real Tiafimo that we all were used to seeing and stuff like that, that's going to be a hard one. But I got it. If it's going the full distance, I think they're going to give it to Shakur. I got Shakur.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Lori Reed got Shakur Stevenson beating Teofimo Lopez. Of course, if the takeover shows up, it could get crazy out
It
there.
can get crazy.
It could get
I'm
crazy.
planning on being there. I'm planning on it. I'm planning on it. I might just show up because usually if they're in New York, I'm showing up.
That's awesome. Now, I would love to see you there. Again, Lori, the boxing community, everyone from boxing, when they hear from you, they fall in love with you. They want to hear more
Oh,
from you. So you know that you're going to have to come back to the show. You're going to have to
you
come
know
back.
I'm going.
The
I will
people
come
want
back
to see you.
anytime. Anytime you want. Anytime you want. You just call me, Lori. I need you.
And you know what it is? Tell the guys at the Rise Podcast that JSmiff is there anytime. If you tell me to show up, if they want me to show up, I'm there as well. I got mad love for you and what you guys doing.
Oh, Pap's upstairs. Um, Pap and Tank are upstairs, y'all. They wanted me to tell y'all, hey, they're fine. Clarissa done cooked them their food up there. So Pap's upstairs eating, and so's Tank. So just want to let you know they're upstairs. They're fine. Everything's fine.
There you have it, my peoples. Papoose is good. Tank Davis is good. Lori, once again, man, without you, today wouldn't have been as awesome as it is. So I really appreciate you.
Oh, thank you.
Anybody that you want to give a shout out, the stage is yours.
I want to shout out JSmiff. That's who I want to shout out. I'll tell you what, he got a great channel. He got a good following, you guys. I tell y'all are lucky to have him. Very lucky to have him. Um, Go over to Facebook, join my boxing group. It's loyalty, promotion, and boxing, and just join. It's a private group. As long as you're respectful, you're good to go. But as soon as I see disrespect, I remove people fast. I have almost 3,000 followers. Most of them in that group are world class champions. Most of the
And
people in the group.
And what I like about that group is that you also give updates as to upcoming fights, as to matches that you're making, that you're personally working on. So we get the inside scoop, my peoples. Go ahead to that group on
Yes.
Facebook. Get that inside scoop.
Now I have also matched fights. I matched one or two. I think it was one because the other one fell out on Don King's card. Um, and let me give a shout out to Sky Miles Promotion. He's out of Baltimore, Maryland. They work with Coach Calvin, Coach Kenny, and their fighters, and Ponytail Promotions. Give a shout out to him for keeping me busy. Him and Coach Calvin always keeping me busy, which is a good thing. If y'all know any promoters or anybody who needs a matchmaker that or needs some fighters, let me know. Tell them to hit Lori up in her inbox on Facebook. That's all I need. My phone number is public record, so I don't mind giving this phone number out. 44, you can put it in the chat if you want, Jay. 443-525-0225. If you guys want to fight, if you're already a fighter or a promoter who needs somebody to help match a card, I'm willing to do it. I matched on Bash
Lori,
Boxing.
can you repeat that number so I can put it in the chat?
Yes, sir. 443-525-0225. Oh, you wouldn't have to
So
be scared of me, the real king.
so there you have it, my peoples. You know, if you want to get some fights, if you're a fighter, all you gotta do contact Lori, have that box rec ready, and Lori could get you opportunities, man.
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of fight, and this year's it's gonna be on and popping, y'all. We gonna put on some shows.
I mean, I don't know how you haven't been able to split yourself up into multiple lorries. I don't know how you do it all. Taking care of your kid, taking care of the people's, making matches. You're all over the place, Lori. And in
Yeah,
2026, I have a feeling you're gonna keep kicking ass and not taking names.
yeah. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. That's all I can do. Thank you for
Lori,
having me on here. God bless you. I tell you what. Oh, he said I always listen to the elderly people in those backs, and well, bless your heart, sweetie, because I'm one of them. I'm an elder
I,
that just happens to know a little bit about a lot.
I would say you know a little bit more than a little bit, but I appreciate the
I said a
humbleness.
little bit about a lot. God bless y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all are the best chat. Best chat. See you later.
We out of here, Lori. I love you.
Love you more, man.
Bye bye.